How's it going, everybody? I'm Burrhead2 and welcome to my channel's 1-year anniversary. To celebrate, I decided to do a video retrospective. Hooray! Now this is going to be some real talk here, you know, clown-to-clown conversation, more so than usual, you could say. So I guess let's dive right in. Got myself a nice little paper here with all the videos that I want to talk about, because, you know, you can't expect me to remember everything, you know, I'm kind of unrealistic. So let's start in sequential order. Captain Almar fights you, gets into a car crash, and dies. Now, to explain this video, I should explain something else. Why do I have a YouTube channel in the first place? Well, I just thought it'd be fun, honestly. Something for me to do, even though I'm not a huge fan of the term. Creative outlet, I suppose. It wasn't until about 2020 that I got serious about doing this. And I got, you know, like, microphone and editing program for Christmas, and this video was basically a test video to see if I can figure out how to work the editing and all that jazz. It's just a very simple video, like, what, 14, 16 seconds long, and there's not a whole lot to it. Now, a couple months prior, if I remember correctly, I binge-watched a whole bunch of Wario Dies memes, which, you know, those are usually pretty good, and I decided to recreate that here, but with Almar instead. Now, admittedly, there's nothing that really makes it, you know, Almar specifically that gets to a car crash and dies, and also fights you. I mean, it could be Wario, Waluigi, I don't know, it could be Barack Obama for all you care, right? Just close your eyes and imagine someone else. Now, I originally wanted to do a Skibbidi-Bop and Dada meme with a volatile Dweevil. You can imagine how that would look, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it, mostly with getting the sound effect. That was the big thing. Also kind of the first thing I did, and that's the first issue, so I don't know how well it would have worked after that. But, you know, like I said, I couldn't really do it, and I moved on to basically a Wario Dies, but much crappier. I used stock sound effects for the video, so that's why it's incredibly generic. But it was really just a test video, just to see how I could get things to work. I only had a couple of hours of experience in total for the first day, and yeah, like a couple hours because I was farting around most of the time trying to figure out this and that, not necessarily trying to make a video first and foremost, just trying to figure things out. So my first real actual video, you could say, is Where is Pikmin 4? Now, I knew that my first video was probably going to be very important. This would be the thing that lays down the stones, lays down the path for everything to come after this. And I knew it had to be Pikmin, right? It couldn't be anything else. So I asked the question, where is Pikmin 4? I want to know where Pikmin 4 is. I'm sure there's someone else out there that wants to know what Pikmin 4 is. So why not just start there? Now, I wrote, recorded, and edited that entire video in a matter of hours, which is impressive by most standards. Except for the fact the video is kind of poorly done and it's like 2.5 minutes long. Like, you know, 2 minutes and 42 seconds or something, but you know what I mean. So, it's kind of impressive, but also not really. Now, I actually wrote my scripts for a while on paper, like physically wrote them out, which, looking back, was not a very good idea. I just kind of wanted to do it, and I often ended up taking, like, shortcuts in writing, so I wouldn't have to write as much, and that kind of made my videos a bit shorter, I think. When I did eventually go to typing them out, I do think it was a big difference. Maybe not a huge difference, but it was a difference nonetheless. So, yeah, that probably wasn't a very good idea. And the editing was less than high quality. It was just a bunch of Pikmin cursed images I could find, because I really didn't know what to do. Just best thing I really come up with, you know? And thus, where is Pikmin 4? Came out the day after I got my editing program, which on the 25th, it came out on the 26th. And the buff red Pikmin thumbnail, I do think that was a good thing. Very accidental. But buff red Pikmin thumbnail. You don't just see a buff red Pikmin on your YouTube search thing or your YouTube recommended videos and not click on it. Except for all the people that did. But as long as you ignore them, nobody ignored it. So there you go. After that comes 3 Mario's Power-Up Problem. This is one of a few videos that I had an idea for before I really had a YouTube channel, and I just decided to do this one. Now, this video is also relatively poor quality, but it's leagues better than Where's Pikmin 4, because, well, looking at the two side by side, you would probably be able to tell. I actually had editing in this video. Amazing! Now, I would have probably done this video a bit earlier, except for one issue. I didn't have any game footage. I wanted to use game footage, but I didn't know how to get it off of YouTube. I didn't know how to download YouTube videos, which I did later find out. Took me a long time, but I do know how to do it now. So I wanted to kind of use my own footage and kind of avoid using other people's, because I just use my own footage if possible is, I think, a good idea, at least for me, and I couldn't get anyone else's to begin with, so I had to get a capture card. And I did get a capture card about 2 weeks afterwards, and thus that's kind of the 2-week break in between videos, is all that kind of stuff. I don't adhere to that very often, but yeah, that's where the 2-week increments come from. And also, yeah, on Tuesdays, why do I try to upload on Tuesdays? It's just kind of what it ended up being. First and third Tuesday of every month. No 5th Tuesdays, man. No 5th Tuesdays. That doesn't count. That's an extra week off for me. Not an extra video for you. Remember that. Anyway, back to the actual video. So I had to get a capture card that took like 2 weeks to get here, and that's how I got my game footage. So it's actually very nice. Very nice to have that. Let's see, what else can I remember about that video? It was kind of poorly written, I think, if I remember correctly. Just really kind of not very cohesive. I kind of blame my experience, not that I've gotten a whole lot better, to be honest, but I do think getting a little bit of experience since then has helped, more or less. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, I had a title card in that video, which I didn't do that very often. Well, like, twice. And the reason I did it in the first place was because I erroneously thought that you could choose, like, one frame out of a YouTube video as a thumbnail. You can't do that. You know, so that's why I had a title card in there. I thought I could use that. And I didn't, but I somehow ended up getting one of the 3 recommended, or whatever the stock thumbnails that YouTube gives you, actually ended up being the title card that I used. So hey, I thought that was pretty good. Maybe that's how it works. It doesn't. So yeah, yeah. So that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying there. So that's also why the next video, Why is Super Mario Sunshine the Bad One, has a title card as well. That's when I found out it doesn't work the way that I thought it did. So I scrapped it. Now, Why is Super Mario Sunshine the Bad One is another one of the 3 videos that I had an idea for. And this one was a lot better than 3D Mario's Power Up Problem. This one was like 8 minutes long, and I do think it was much better edited, or whatever the word is, you know what I mean. I do like this video, honestly. I haven't watched it in a while, but I do remember liking it a lot. I do think it was really good. I did have a bit of a technical snafu, if that's the correct word as well. Whatever. Snafu is a weird word. While making the video, I had a problem with my editing program, and I had to restart editing and all that kind of stuff. I already had all the images and all the recordings and stuff like that I wanted to use, but I actually had to remake the video from the ground up about a couple minutes into the video. There was one relic of that in the video that I missed. The part of the video where I started talking about, like, the polluted piranha or gatekeeper or whatever that's called in Bianco Hills and episode 1 and, like, the shine sprite and all that stuff, there was, like, dramatic recreation on screen. Now, that originally would have been on screen the entire time, but I forgot to extend that, so it's just on there for 10 seconds, and, yeah. But as far as I can tell, that's the only real artifact of doing that. But also, more game footage. Also, there's the first instance of screen tearing, which would become an issue in Luigi's Mansion 3, but we'll get to that in some time, you know. Let's see, what else about that video? The Mario Galaxy part, I do like that part. I do like that part. Again, I do like this video. Personal favorite of mine. But getting the ending cutscene for Mario Galaxy required me to play through the entire ending level again to just get the cutscene. Not that you really care, but yeah, just an extra piece of trivia for you. Let's see. Yes, is that really all I can say about that video? Honestly, I don't know. And whatever, moving on to the next one, Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe review. I wanted to do a review, and I chose Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I used to have Mario Kart 8, but I got rid of that because I had 8 Deluxe. I just did both at the same time, because they're pretty much the same game, you know? They're pretty much exactly the same thing. Just wanted to do a review, and I did one on Mario Kart 8. Not much more to say there, except what's the thing? The way I do reviews isn't original, I'll admit. It's not an original idea. I just like the 10 categories and 1 out of 10 score. Now, as far as I know, I mean, it was just for me. You know, I came up with the, out of 5, or like 5 out of 10 is in the middle thing, because when you see like a game that's like 7 out of 10 on the internet or something, at least to me, it looks like, oh, that's kind of average, it's alright, not great, maybe it's good, but not great, And I wanted to specify that 5 out of 10 is that average, so 7 out of 10 is good, not just meh, so I wanted to specify that. So thus a game with 50 out of 100 would be, well, middle of the road. All that kind of stuff. I do remember having a hard time trying to come up with 10 categories for the game, for some reason. I mean, I knew I probably could have just gone back and like, oh, see, this is how this person does it, I could just do that, but I didn't want to do that. So I had to come up with the 10 categories myself, which was probably harder than it really needed to be. Alright, after that comes my Luigi's Mansion 3 Let's Play. Hoo boy! Screen tearing, that was fun. Didn't know why. I think I figured it out. And all that jazz. Now, Luigi's Mansion 3. Why did I start off with that one? Actually, I should say that from the very beginning, I wanted to, also, in addition to making edited and scripted videos, I wanted to do Let's Plays as well. But I just kind of, waited to do that. And I decided to do Luigi's Mansion 3 first. Why not Pikmin, or Pikmin 2, or Pikmin 3? Why not Pikmin anything? Now, I have a couple reasons for that. One is I couldn't record anything with an AV output, i.e. GameCube, so that cuts out the first 2 games, and Pikmin 3 Deluxe wasn't even announced at that point, so I couldn't do that, and Luigi's Mansion 3, I liked the game, and I thought it was short, simple, probably just a good place to start. And don't forget, Luigi Sneezing Simulator 2019. Yeah, that was that running joke. Yeah, the audio and stuff like that was not very good. It was a heck of a time. I really should have tested it. I honestly really should have tested the audio to make sure it sounded fine. But I didn't, because, for one, I wanted to get the episodes recorded and not spend too much time doing other things, and also I'm lazy. Which, one of those is valid, the other one is just me. Take a pick. I mean, they're both me, actually, but you know what I mean. And I originally kind of wanted to record 1 episode a day and upload that episode I recorded on that day, but then I realized that would be a dumb idea. That just wouldn't really be feasible, so I went into recording to bulk, in the 3rd episode, or something like that. Luigi's Mansion 3 is so far the only Let's Play, and pretty much day in general, that I've uploaded more than 1 video in a single day, so that's something. First 2 episodes were released on the same day, and they were recorded separately, by the way. They were not one after the other. I recorded the first episode, uploaded that, I was like, maybe I'll do another one. So I did. So that's fun. Anything else I can really say about Luigi's Mansion 3? I can't really remember too much about it, honestly. I haven't watched that in a while. I haven't really watched the whole thing through, actually, ever since I edited it. That's the last time I watched any of my gameplay and stuff like that, but yeah, whatever. So that went on for a while, and then we go to Luigi's Mansion 3 review. Now this is the first video in which I actually typed out my scripts, and I do think it was much better for it. The video was over 10 minutes this time, and that's a bonus. See anything else about the video? Not that I can really think of. I do like, props to me, I'd say. Props to me for coming up with the, buttons being for out of 10, like that, out of 10 scores with the buttons. I do think that was a good idea. Not to stroke my ego too much there, but I do think that was pretty clever, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there was something else I was gonna say about this video, but I can't remember what it is. I really can't remember what it is. Whatever. Let's move on to why do people hate Fire Emblem in Smash Bros. Now I remember what I was going to say about that video, I think. This is the first video I'd say that had a custom thumbnail. For a while there, it didn't have a custom thumbnail. I figured out how to do it afterwards, but I went back and changed the thumbnail to a custom one. Now, I actually figured out how to make custom thumbnails after Why Do People Hate Fire Emblem in Smash Bros, but I didn't ever change that one, because I thought the thumbnail was funny, and it didn't make any sense. So I decided to keep it. Anyway, back to the Fire Emblem Smash Bros. That video was relatively standard, I'd say, but it did have its moments. Those moments being, it was incredibly tedious to do, because I had to record all the moves in that video separately, name the files, which isn't a huge deal, honestly, but just doing all that stuff for Marth, Roy, Ike, Cloud, Hero, Sephiroth, Pyra and Mythra, all that stuff, that was just really annoying. All their moves, all that stuff was just tedious to do. I did get an accidental sus joke though, because I named the file names with abbreviations, so like Marth forward tilt would be MFT, so Sephiroth up smash was SUS. Yeah, that's still funny, obviously. So yeah, there's that. There's a few issues with that video. Also, we'll get to that. I'm sorry, this is completely unscripted here. I'm just words are tumbling out of my mouth. That's the best way to describe it. The montage in the video was a pain in the butt to edit because it was tedious. I did it, but it was tedious. It was not the greatest. The sizes of the videos themselves, like you know what I mean, were extremely inconsistent, but I did find a nice way to kind of make them really even, pretty much like shrink it down to like, okay, when I see the line where I'm shrinking it over this part of the screen, I'm just going to keep it there. I did eventually do that, didn't go back and change any of the other ones, because I'm lazy, but yeah, just like getting in the background, putting on all the video files, you know, shrinking them, like trimming them to the part where I want to show, and then moving on to the next one. It was just a pain to do. It just wasn't, it was just kind of, well, tedious, you know? I also never recorded, I think, Marth's up air or back air because I went through the video script, okay, it's like writing down moves that I would need to record, and I kind of forgot about the montage part, and I knew in the video that I pretty much about, like, Marth's aerials, like, they're pretty much all the same thing, like, talking about his, like, back and up aerial, so I didn't record those. Turns out I needed them for the montage. I didn't record those anyway because I'm lazy. Yeah, I think I need to work on that a little bit. Ha ha ha. Yeah, also in the montage, Pyra and Mythra switched a spot, because I think that was just artifact of how I was doing it, because I had to layer the videos. I didn't have to, but I layered the videos on top of each other to like shrink them down to the same size. And I think Mythra was on top, so I moved Mythra out of the way so I could put Pyra in the corner and then Mythra down, but then I think I had a brain fart and just put Mythra on top and then Pyra on the bottom, so yeah, there's that. Also, another mistake in that video was I accidentally used an early take, specifically for the part where I'm talking about the DLC characters in Smash 4, I believe. Yeah, I accidentally used an early take there. I think it was an accident, at least. Oh. Whoops. So after that comes Goodbye Mario. Oh boy, that video. So I couldn't, oops, hit the desk. I couldn't miss the opportunity of making a joke about March 31st. I mean, that comes once in a lifetime, literally. And how could I miss that opportunity? So I made a video talking about Mario's death. And I forgot to mention the Mario 35 anniversary Game & Watch. I forgot to mention that, which is a shame. Somehow that video has turned into the most viewed and liked video on my channel. I have no idea why. Trust me, I do not know why at all. Like, no clue, no idea. I just don't understand. I legitimately don't understand why. But I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering. But anyway, I actually did 2 takes of the video. The first one was satisfactory. I thought the first take was okay, except my fake crying I felt was a tad too realistic, so I did the second take with less fake crying. Also, the video was not scripted. I planned out what I was going to say, but I never wrote anything down, so another trivia point for you. And I misspelled pepperoni in the video. I do occasionally misspell things in my videos. I'm sorry. In advance and retroactively. Next comes my Super Mario Galaxy Let's Play. I did this because I was running out of video ideas, and I was like, let's do a Let's Play on a game so I can come up with video ideas in the meantime, right? Mario Galaxy via the Mario 3D All-Stars, doing that. Because every good Nintendo Let's Player has to do Mario Galaxy at some point. And early in their careers is usually when they do it, so I am no exception. This time it had custom thumbnails for each episode, and stuff. It was 41 episodes long and all that jazz, and it was not the most interesting thing in the entire world. Platformer games are probably not a very good thing to commentate over because there's nothing happening, and as I've talked about multiple times, I'm not the greatest at commentary. Mostly just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do this, let's see, kind of go over here, let's see what's gonna happen here, okay, nothing, okay, that's good, pretty much, that's my commentary, so it's hard for me. I do have a couple of favorite episodes there. The first one, probably a really good one there, or episode 10, Literary LSD. Not gonna lie, I thought that video would do better. I thought that video would do better than it did. It didn't. Because I thought the name, like, Literary LSD, you know, like, what people would be like, what the heck does that mean? And click on the video, and yeah, it's pretty much average. Maybe below average. At this point, at least, yeah, so. Hey, I said real talk, you know. Not gonna lie there. Mind-Melting Mario Galaxy, episode 41, last episode, I thought was also pretty good. If I remember what it was correctly. Episode 21, Really Big Number Names, or really big number names, 5 reallys, is also kind of interesting because who doesn't want to know what a millionth is? You know? Who doesn't want to know that? And episode 24, The Anime Body Pillow. Also kind of fun because I drew for that one. I still have the things that I drew too. Unless they've been deleted somehow that I didn't know, but whatever. I should still have those drawings. Not that I ever need them again. Maybe. But, you know, it's still there. So those are some good episodes, I think. Anyway, on to that. During my Mario Galaxy Let's Play, I did Pikmin is the Ruler of Everything. Now, the Ruler of Everything meme had kind of died out at that point, but I do like the song. That video is probably my favorite video if I had to say what my favorite video is. Probably that one. And there was one misspelling in the entire video. And it's the thumbnail. I've only noticed one misspelling. And it's the thumbnail. Yes, I could change it. I could make a custom thumbnail, which I didn't actually use, where it is spelled correctly. But that'd be kind of lying, you know? That'd be kind of cheating. It's part of the story. A very embarrassing part of the story, but it's a part of the story nonetheless. So, yeah. Out of the other two, like, whatever thumbnails that YouTube gives you, I thought that one was the best one. And it's the one with the misspelling. It always is. But I do really like that video. Again, it's probably my favorite one out of all the videos I've uploaded up to this point. One of my favorites. And then, still during Mario Galaxy, is Top 10 People Who Care. This is a meme video as well, talking about those, I guess. Not much really to say about the one, except for the music that I used in the video was New Super Mario Bros. The Versus Overworld Snow theme. And yes, I remember that off the top of my head. Fight me, okay. After that is Fun Facts with Dr. Mario. This is a morbid joke that I had on my mind for a while, and I decided to make a YouTube video about it. Now, I wasn't sure if I wanted to use Dr. Mario or not, so I looked up a random number generator on Google, so I could, you know, generate the fighter number, and it's like, you know, go through them and say, maybe I'll use that one. After a couple of them, they gave me the Dr. Mario fighter number. I was like, well, guess just use Dr. Mario then. So I'll use Dr. Mario. The only character to have a worse recovery than Little Mac are anti-vax kids. Remember that. And let's see, Mario reacts to the bite of 87. I thought I could do a pretty good Hotel Mario impression, and I think it's alright. Could be better, but it's alright. Fun video though. I kinda like that one. Stop posting about Among Us when something strange happens. Stop posting about Among Us video with a jump scare at the end. And me breathing for like 49 seconds straight. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. After that comes a Super Mario Galaxy review. Oops, I forgot Princess. It's a sus joke. Not too much to say about that one, honestly. Okay, now a Super Mario Galaxy review. Not much to say about that video either, except I used the Polish joke, which is going to happen at some point. Polish. That joke is going to happen at some point, and I used it there. So, yeah, not too much with that one. That was pretty standard, I guess. I don't really remember too much, so it's probably pretty standard. Anyway, Ayo the Pikmin here. I do also really like this video. It's like 3 seconds long, but I like it. It's just Ayo the Pizza here, but with the Pikmin short movies, and I think it works really well. And bonus points, the sound pretty much lines up. A lot better than I really assumed it would. I assumed it wouldn't at all. But it's something, a little bit. And that's better than nothing. And I was thoroughly surprised. And I like that video. Oh yes, the next one. Milkipliers are going to beat you to death. Oh boy. That one. I don't like that video. I really don't. I honestly don't like that video. I don't hate any of my videos. No. There's just some I don't like. Not dislike, but just do not actively like. And I do kind of dislike that video as well. So I based this video off of Five Nights at Markiplier's by Meat Canyon, and like I've seen that video obviously, and I saw the scene that I used in the video that I made, and it's like it looks like a lot like the "We are going to beat you to death" meme, right? And I thought, see, you know, I've got a YouTube channel, right? I could make something like that, so why not? Except I wouldn't just make a static image for a video, right? I mean, I could do like a community post or something with an image, but you know, why would I do that? Like, I'm not gonna make a static image for like 10 seconds on screen. It's not gonna be a very good video, so I'm gonna do an impression. And I thought I could do a pretty good Meat Canyon Markiplier impression, you know. I thought I could do it pretty good. And I think I did okay, looking back, thinking about what it sounds like. But it's just, I think it's just ever so slightly off. Ever so slightly off enough that it sounds really bad, you know? It's just not, it's just, you know, impersonations are hard, you know? I don't really do impersonations very often. But, I thought it worked okay, but I just don't think it sounds very good. It's very cringeworthy. I don't like the video. It's just, do not like that one a whole lot. I really don't. I really don't like that video a whole lot. Next up, ranking every Super Mario Party minigame. This is pretty much the only video thus far that, like one's longer than 20 seconds, that has a consistent font. Isn't that a fun fact? Right? Fun fact. Now, that video was a bit easier to edit than I honestly expected, because mostly it was just putting the footage of the minigame on screen, and the text. And a few memes here and there, because most of the time I didn't have anything to say about the minigame, so I just decided to spice it up here and there. I actually wrote down in my script for the video, like, what, like a meme I'd like to use. Like, for, It's the Pits, I wrote down, like, the snake dying meme. So that was, yeah, it's fun, I guess. See anything else for that one? Not really, except we've got the Sussy Baka joke in it. Senseless. Sensus. Anyone? Okay. The giant enemy spider's main goal is to skibbity bop da da. Now, I had an idea in my mind of like the beady long legs from the original Pikmin, you know, moving around, sped up with the giant enemy spider music in the background. what if you combine that with my main goal is to blow up, and Skibbity Bop and Dada, and also a fart sound effect meme at the same time? Use the man at legs, because that would make more sense. And boom! You've got the giant enemy spider's main goal, which is Skibbity Bop and Dada. Boom! Right? Also, yeah, I used stolen footage. Maybe not stolen per se, but I just, well, it was just the easiest thing to do. You know, so, yeah, whatever. Anyway, Luigi's Mansion 3 will be right back. It's a we will be right back meme with Luigi's Mansion 3. I was playing through the game, got to that point, and I thought that'd make a good meme, so I made that meme. For some reason, I can't really remember exactly why, but I couldn't get the text, so I had to recreate the text and all that stuff. And I think it looks pretty good for that. Yeah, Super Luigi Galaxy. I watched a meme compilation video that had, like, the minion from Despicable Me, like, flying out the window with Super Mario Galaxy music in the background, so I decided to recreate that thing with Luigi eating pancakes and flying away and saying Super Luigi Galaxy. That's the entire story. Gibby Pikmin. For the Pikmin Bloom trailer, I watched it, of course, and I saw that. Pretty much the first thing I thought of was the Gibby meme. So I did that. And I wanted to upload that on October 26th. Unfortunately, for some reason, I couldn't. Some sort of technical issue, so I waited till the next day to upload it. So it wasn't on the 26th, Pikmin's 20th anniversary. I'm very sad, but it was the day after, and it wasn't my fault. I would have preferred it to be on the 26th, but I couldn't help it. It's not a huge deal anyway. It's just Gibby Pikmin. What do I say about it? More, a Pikmin 20th anniversary meme. The Kylo Ren more thing, but about Pikmin 20th anniversary. How we got absolutely nothing. Community post on the YouTube Twitter account. I don't want to say that. Nintendo YouTube account, and Pikmin Bloom, which I guess is good, which is a story in and of itself. But that was kind of it. You know, no Pikmin 4. That would have been nice. Not that I was really expecting it in the first place, but you know, it would have been a nice surprise. It would have been a nice surprise, Nintendo. Come on, Nintendo. Where's Pikmin 4? Come on, Nintendo. I'm asking you. I'm asking you very nicely. We've waited how many years now? Come on, Nintendo. Where's Pikmin 4? I just want to know where Pikmin 4 is, Nintendo. Come on, give it to me. Yeah. I made that video in like 20 minutes. It's not the most amazing thing in the entire world. Super Mario Susshine. That's another sus joke. With Twerking Amogus crewmate. Sorry. Said it kind of weird. Almost forgot to add that, naturally, as I say in the video description. It's just Super Mario Susshine, honestly. What do I say about it? And then, Peter Griffin in Smash Bros. Oh dear, that video. Poorly done. Very poorly done. I didn't really intend it for it to be that way, it just kind of was. I do a Peter Griffin impression. Again, I'm not very good at impressions. I mean, maybe there's one or two that I can do, but outside of that, no. No. Yeah, it did not go very well. Edited poorly. But hey, I guess it's kind of funny. You know. Anyway, let's see. Let's talk about this video, actually. Well, I've only, like, recorded anything for this video yet, so it's not much else I can really tell you, except for the fact that I've actually done, one take for this video already, except it wasn't very good. I started a lot. I don't think it was the clearest in the entire world. I just decided to do another take of this video after a couple days. And here I am again. I deleted the original take, so you're probably not gonna find that. So, don't ask for it. I don't have it anymore. Ooh, next is scrapped videos. Ah, yes. That's fun. I have 3 to tell you about. The first of these is a little video that I like to call our Luigi's Mansion fans hypocrites. Now, this is the 3rd of the 3 videos that I had an idea for. Now, this was never scrapped because it never started in development, I guess. I never worked on it at all, so that's it. It was never scrapped. It's gonna remain on the shelf of my mind for some time. Now, the reason... I should explain what the video is. It would have been a video featuring cherry-picked arguments against Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and those cherry-picked arguments, or whatever... Let me explain this here. So there's things that people don't like about Dark Moon, right? But are the things that people don't like about Dark Moon some of the reasons that people like the original Luigi's Mansion? That would have been the video. It also would have been satirical. joke, funny. You know what that is, right? So don't take it seriously. And I don't know how long the video would have actually ended up being, because I don't think there's probably a whole lot I could have really done with that concept, actually. But, whatever. The reason I never started working on the video is because I don't have any footage. Yes, I could get it off the internet, but since I know how to do that now, but that's not ideal for me. I want to use my own footage whenever I can. Excuse me, unless, you know, the giant enemy spider's main goal is just about data. Like, 20 seconds, man, it's not a huge deal. Excuse me, again. You know, I try to credit people whenever I use their footage. So, you know, I don't think it's a huge deal. I just want to use my footage whenever possible. It minimizes issues. The next one, which I scrapped sometime in January, I believe, was I don't think I really had a title for the video, but I'm just gonna call it Everything Wrong with the Creature Montage in Pikmin, or Enemy Reel, or whatever the heck that's called. Now, this would have been a video going through everything wrong with the creature montage in Pikmin, i.e., like all the issues with it, like you know, stuff moving around, the Gulix in the forest navel, all the stuff in the distant spring being wrong, and all that jazz. The reason I scrapped the video was because I had a hard time making it. I couldn't, since at this point I couldn't get footage off the internet, so that means I couldn't get the creature montage itself. So the next best thing was I tried to get the images of the creature montage off of Wikipedia. Unfortunately, that's less than ideal because there's a couple seconds of, you know, footage in front of that, right, that you don't see because it's an image. So I kind of was like watching it, you know, watching the video and writing stuff down. But I would end up using the images for the video itself. My video, not well, I watched the creature montage, you know. And I tried to spruce up some of the images because, you know, they got the filter on it and stuff like that. And it didn't look very good. I got kind of frustrated and I scrapped the video because it wasn't working very well. I did write some stuff down for that video. I never started a script because I mostly did note writing. If and when I would have finished my note writing, I don't know if I actually ever did or not. I can't remember. I would have probably started writing an actual script at some point, but I never really did. Mostly just notes and stuff to say, well, when that part of the video came up. I don't know if I explained that very well, honestly. And for the third one, which I scrapped in, I want to say mid-March, I think is when I last worked on it. Technically, I'm still working on that video. Although, like I said, I stopped about mid-March. It's December. Have not worked on it since. I started in January, I guess. I really started working on kind of working on it in February, you could say. I started writing stuff down in January. I started recording it in February, and I edited it for what you could say, a month and some quarters. Oh, that video was a mess. It was a meme video, which I haven't mentioned any scrapped meme videos yet, and I'm not planning on it because most of the time I don't remember those. Because it's just like an idea I get in my head, and after a few days of thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'll make a video about it. Sure, why not? But this one's different because I put too much effort into that video. I actually still have it saved, all the stuff that I used, all the recordings and stuff saved, although, I don't know, man, it's just let me tell you. So, like I said, it's a meme video, and I'm gonna be honest with you here, I'm gonna spill the beans. It would have been a song. I know. So trying to write music isn't exactly my strong suit, considering I have approximately 0 skill or talent. So actually most of what I did for writing was just writing down words and trying to remember the tune, which I did. I still kind of do. But yeah, there was something wrong with pretty much every aspect of the video. Writing, recording, and editing the video, there was an issue in all of those places. My writing was poor, to be honest. My recording was a beast to do, and my editing was just also a beast. I did my recording and editing pretty much at the same time, for the following reasons. I did everything one verse at a time, right? And I should explain something first, actually. Explain something first, I'm sorry. You see, I wasn't going to actually use instruments because, well, I don't know how to play instruments, and I didn't want to, you know, like find a program off the internet to, you know, download and figure out how to get that to work, and then figure out how to get the music into my editing program, because I figured that would take too long, because I was kind of under, well, you know, a time crunch for other reasons. So I figured that the best thing to do in this instance, would be to kind of do it a cappella, but with like my voice as the instruments, right? Like humming and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I did each of those parts, each of the things, the actual singing, you know, which is kind of embarrassing to say, I guess, but it's what I did, and humming and all that other stuff, like one verse at a time. Now, the issue here was that it was never consistent. I'm only human. Or am I? And there's just small deviations in the timing and stuff like that. And I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted it to be on time and make it sound good. On time, like, music-wise, I guess. And I guess before deadlines, but you know what I mean. Because some parts would just be a little bit too fast and a little bit too slow. It would never be consistently too fast or too slow, right? Because I'm human, right? And so that's why I couldn't speed it up or slow anything down, because it was just too inconsistent. I could never get the timing right. I was down to literal frames in the editing program to move things around to make sure that it was it what I just recorded, or was it the editing that was the issue here? The editing was pretty much just me trying to fix what I recorded. It was a pain, because, you know, I would start making noises and also inconsistent times, which isn't a huge deal. You know, maybe waiting like, you know, maybe let's say a third of a second after the recording starts compared to like a third 0.5, like 3.35 seconds after the recording starts, like, you know, kind of those kind of inconsistencies, right? Trying to figure out if there was an issue with the timing, if that's why it didn't sound right, or the actual what I just recorded was the issue, was also kind of a pain. So getting everything to time correctly was really hard, and I can only do trial and error, which was not great. I actually did try to kind of like find a way around that, to like listen to what I had already recorded, which was an issue in and of itself, which I figured would help, and it kind of really didn't a whole lot, honestly, but oh, that video was a mess. Yeah. So I guess to recap what I just said, timing is hard. Very hard. Now, I did get around halfway through it, if I remember correctly. I got to about the midpoint of the song to, where I just got really frustrated and just said, you know what, I'm gonna do this later. And I never did. The midpoint was absolutely hard because it was a little extra different. It was a different part of the song, and I was having a heck of a time trying to get everything to time correctly, which, as you know, was an issue in the first place. You know, and it was just hard to do. It was just hard to do. Now, all the videos that I've mentioned up to this point, I would like to return to them at some point, right? I haven't scrapped them in its entirety. There are concepts I do want to return to. Even the meme song, which I haven't actually told you what it was about yet, what the thing was about. Guess you might have to wait for it. You know, we have to wait for that. If I did return to the song, I'm going to start from the ground up, because I don't know if salvaging what I've already made would be worth it. Considering I am months past my initial deadline at this point, I could pretty much have as much time in the world as I would want. So I could probably actually find something off the internet, like some sort of music composition program or whatever, and use that. Would I, though? Would I willingly return to this video? Like, not that I don't want to, but am I willing to subject myself to that torture again? I mean, it probably wouldn't be that bad. It just probably wouldn't be that good. I don't know. It's a thought for later. But I am honestly I'm not terribly sure. Anyway, that's something for me to think about after this video. So, that's everything I really want to say. Except for one thing. Also, this video. You see, I am kind of planning this anniversary thing for some time now. and I've wondered, like, what should I do? Now, I kind of wanted to do a video retrospective for some time, but I also kind of wanted to do, like, a video stats compilation sort of thing, right? And something I could build off year after year and going through all the videos I've uploaded up to that point. And I've realized after some time doing that really wouldn't become sustainable. So I scrapped that idea for a video. Instead, I think I'll just do like a top 5 or top 10 compilation, like right after this or something, you know? A bit of a somewhat salvaging that concept. Just a tad. So, I don't know, is there anything else I can really say? Well, I think that's about it, actually. Guess we're gonna go into that montage now. See ya. But does Pikmin 4 exist? Was it cancelled? Was it Hey Pikmin? Is it stuck in development hell? How's it going, everybody? I'm Burrhead2.
Was that the bite of 87?
Cringe? No. Oh yeah, it was anime. People seem to hate anime sword fighters. Probably because they all look the same.
Super Luigi Galaxy! Super Mario Susshine!
Understand mechanical hands of everything.
Sus lately. Like we have a costume. I saw that you want. Don't lie to me, Walt.
Don't go, please. I need a dance. Come on, I can't do this. Come on, no. Hello again. It's just me. I've got one more announcement for you. I'm going to make myself a dedicated Let's Play channel for all future playthroughs of video games. Now, the reason I haven't done that thus far is because I figured I didn't want to spread myself between two different channels. Not that it'd be a workload on me, per se, but I just figured that, given my fame and stature, or whatever at this point, you know, fame, you know, I figured that wouldn't be a good idea. Things are changing. I've done this for a year, and I figured I can do whatever the heck I want to do. Dedicated Let's Play channel is a go. Anyway, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon, and have fun.